Hello, today I'm going to discuss with you about the Canadian visa process. And here I'm trying to explain how to get the Canadian visa without paying additional money or without having any additional burden. In recent past I have seen so many cases, such as charging a huge amount from clients. Some visa agents try to emphasize that your case is so complicated, and you have to pay a huge. Sometimes if you make a mistake your visa will be banned. So, in here I'm going to explain how to get student visa with spouse in the correct manner. When compared to other visa types, student visa process is pretty simple and much straightforward. Let's talk about the student visa process. Find out a suitable program. It should be an upper-level qualification. Example, if you have a diploma, you should apply for a degree. If you have a degree, you should apply for a postgraduate or a master program. Further, your expected Canadian course should be straight away linked to your initial qualification. However, by producing a proper statement of purpose (SOP), you will be able to overcome this matter and will be able to move into another program as well. Later on I'll explain about the statement of purpose. If you applied just after high school, this condition is not applicable. Find a suitable university or college. Find a university or college which offer your preferred program. Many people think universities have more recognition than colleges. Generally, it's true. Universities have a good reputation than colleges. In your job finding process, it will create a value addition. Anyhow, in your permanent resident process, it doesn't make much difference. Usually, colleges' tuition fees are lower than the universities. Complete IELTS academic exam. Required marks will depend on your institute and selected program. Find the public-funded university or college. If you find the private university or college, it will create so many problems in your permanent resident visa process. Due to so many reasons, agents try to find the private college or university for their clients. Because private institutions pay a higher commission for visa consultants, easy to get an offer letter, lesser number of documents, and due to very lower course fee, it's easy to attract more students. Therefore, as a general practice, always consultants try to promote private institutions. Not only the visa consultant, by looking at the course fee, most of the time students also select a private institution, rather than selecting a public one. See in this example also, I'm pretty much sure that many students will select the first option. I know money is important for everybody, including me, but don't just focus only on short-term benefits if you plan to settle in Canada. Don't misunderstand or don't get confused. I'm not telling that private institutions are bad. According to my view, there is nothing wrong with their educational system. The problem is, if you will plan to apply for permanent resident in Canada, after your education, you need a Canadian public-funded university or college qualification. Then you can easily get the permanent residence under the provincial nominee program. Even under the express entry system you will score higher mark with your provincial nominee offer. In addition to that, you have so many other benefits as well, such as lower IELTS marks for your permanent resident process, when compared to others. Therefore, my recommendation is, if you are planning to apply for permanent residence in Canada, don't think about the course fee, think it as a future investment. You should select either public-funded university or college. If you think only about the qualification, and after your studies, if you plan go back to your home country, then you can select a private institution. Course fee. Try to find out a program and an institution which you can afford. Because if you don't have any close relations in Canada, it's hard to cover your all expenses in Canada by doing a part-time job. You have restricted to work only for 20 hours per week. During the vacation only you can work full-time. Therefore, if you don't have any close relations, please bring some adequate amount of money in addition to your course fee. I can say, If you plan to stay in a shared room, you have to pay around Canadian $400, or for a separate individual room you have to pay around Canadian $650. Plus it's required to incur another additional Canadian $150 for your mobile connection and your meal expenses. Please keep it remember these amounts are for a normal life. If you need a high standard lifestyle, with a car, you have to spend more. As a prudent decision, bring money at least to cover your 3 to 4 months expenses by assuming that you can't earn any single Canadian dollar during that particular period. If you can earn, that's a bonus. Documents you need to apply for student visa. Offer letter from your university or college. Bank statements and confirmations. Normally, bank deposit dates should be older than 3 months. If funds not directly belongs to you, you have to prove the relationship of the fund's owner. Please keep in mind, it's necessary to have a close direct relationship. Show money amount is depend on case by case, based on so many factors, such as the chosen program duration, etc. If anybody have further inquiries about their deposit amount, please comment your case. I'll reply you ASAP. Fill your visa application and other documents in order to get the study permit. If you need any visa details or forms, please remember to use only Canadian government immigration website. Before you apply for your visa, you have to pay your first semester installment or the specified minimum fee by your university or college. In case if your visa got rejected, they will refund your total fee. SOP means statement of purpose. You should explain visa officer in a SOP letter about yourself, educational professional background, purpose of migration to Canada, about your university, about your financial background, home ties, etc. By making a perfect SOP, you will be able to overcome so many problems in your visa process. It will be really help you to become success in your visa process as well. Reasons for rejection of student visa. Selection of an inappropriate program. Example let's say you're a matured person who has an initial business management degree, but in Canada you select a hotel management program or computer program, etc. You already have a master's degree, and in Canada you select a degree or diploma program. Provide misleading information. It will ban your visa for more than 5 years. Gaps in your career path. Example, assume you are 30 years old and you finished your previous studies high school or college in 19 years. After 10 years gap, again you start your study. Visa officers may have a suspicion on you. But keep in mind, this is not a serious issue. If you make a proper SOP with the proper justifications, you will be able to get the visa. Student visa with spouse partner. If you're a married person, according to the Canadian law, your partner is eligible to get a full-time work visa. Therefore, according to the immigration law, your spouse can apply for dependent visa. Anyhow, it's necessary to mention that, if we analyze past visa cases, there is a tendency of rejection of spouse visa, if apply as a dependent visa. Keep it remember, I'm not telling that it is impossible to get dependent visa. Even I saw some couples who applied and get dependent visa successfully. But keep it remember, it's very rare. Majority will be rejected. So, if you apply like this, main applicant student visa will be success, and most probably they will reject the spouse visa. So the ideal way is, instead of applying dependent visa, at the time you apply for your visa, together with your application, spouse should apply for visit visa. In that case, they will offer spouse visit visa for the same period as main applicant student. Then you can bring your partner also with you at the very first date into Canada. After you come to Canada, within 1 day, you will be able to get your partner's work permit straight away, without having any issue. It's a totally legalized process. I'll explain this process deeply in my next video. Some consultants may mention that main applicants should apply and go first. Thereafter you can easily sponsor and take your spouse as well after a few months. Please keep it, remember, don't do so after you go there. It's really hard to sponsor for anybody else within a shorter period of time. You have to wait at least more than 1 year to take your spouse into Canada, unless you're an extraordinary rich person. How to select a proper visa consultant. Normally for student visa you don't want to pay money for your visa consultant, because visa agents will receive a commission from your university or college. If you apply with your spouse, you have to pay an additional amount for your spouse visa. Especially, don't make unnecessary payments before you get your visa. Find a legally registered agent in Canada. Especially ask from them, do they have any office in Canada? Do research on recent success visa cases. Collect the contact details of few success cases. Try to contact them straight away. Try to find out the rejected cases, banned cases of the agent. Normally if they have so many rejected cases in recent past, there is high possibility of rejecting your case as well. Especially if they have visa banned cases, try to avoid such kind of consultants. Even though it happens due to a client error, assume your consultant is perfect. Please keep it, remember, still you are in a huge risk. It's important to remember, it's rare to find a visa consultant with 100% success rate. If they have few visa reject cases, it will be fine, as average success rate should be more than 90%. But in recent past, if they have at least one visa banned case, try to avoid such kind of consultants. Visa banned rate should be 0 in your consultant. Because visa banned is not like a simple visa rejection, it's a huge matter. I'm not saying that, through such kind of consultant, you can't get the visa. Still there's a possibility of getting the visa in a successful manner. But it's very low. That's the only thing that I need to emphasize. Because banned case creates a huge negative impact. After that, visa officers always pay additional attention to analyze all the visa applications submit through that consultant. Therefore, if they see even a minor mistake in your file, they will definitely reject your visa. So my advice is not put yourself into such kind of risky situation. So best thing is try to avoid such kind of consultants. The main purpose of this video is, if you know the entire process, nobody can mislead you in your visa process. I'm pretty much confident that if you watch my entire video series, you will be able to handle your visa by yourself. If you apply through an agency, doesn't matter. This will really help you to understand about your current situation or your current position, entire visa process, and how to find an authorized, trustworthy visa consultant. So it helps you to meet your consultant with the advanced knowledge of your visa process. Please don't forget to subscribe, like my channel. If you have any further inquiries, please comment on below.